Hello, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern, no, Dragons and Modern. Not Keeping Modern Janky. I mean, really, Dragons and Modern does keep Modern Janky, but this is Dragons and Modern, trying to check out if my Gruul deck can keep up in today's Modern. After MH3, it looks like we're up against a Ragavan. Yay! I love Ragavan so much. It's not one thing, it's the other, right? So we can play this gosh, I can't even think. Elf and have a blocker. They'll probably just bolt it. We can play this Utopia Sprawl, and then hopefully be able to have the mana to stomp the Ragavan next turn if everything goes according to plan. And they don't force negation us. They're thinking about it. Is it worth it? Is the force negation worth it? Apparently it is. Down to 4 cards though, plus whatever they draw off us. Ah, joke's on you. We didn't want that land anyway. So now what do? Do we risk another force? They're missing a land drop, it looks like. Do they have, no, they're not. All right, so now what do they have? Counterspell Magic up or Geist of Saint Trapped. That's a good card. Yeah, we really needed that. Kiora. What are the chances they have another Force Negation? Greater than them having a Counterspell? We'll find out. All right, Ragavan down. They're about to take 6. The 3-turn clock. We are finally in a position to cast Kiora. I mean, yeah, for anytime you slow us down enough, like that's all I had to do. Get rid of our Utopia Sprawl. Yeah. And then you gotta imagine that the Bone Crusher Giant isn't gonna survive either combat or it's not gonna get lightning bolted or counterspelled. So now it looks like it's gonna get killed in some form or fashion. Expressive iteration. What do they find? So Jeskai, I haven't seen Geist of Saint Trapped in a long time. So they're missing land drops. That's good for us. What? Cast the Cure and have it die. You gotta imagine this Bone Crusher is not long for the world. So we cast Kiora and into Arbor Elf. That does allow us to theoretically kill the Arbor Elf and attack the Kiora. I don't know. We're gonna go Kiora into Arbor Elf. And maybe this will lead to them not having all the answers and killing both the Arbor Elf and us by the next turn. So next turn they are hoping they'll burn their kill spell on this Arbor Elf, honestly. If they don't, we'll take 6, go to 6. If they attack the Cure, and it's sad, and they don't kill the Arbor Elf, at least we get a Storm Breath down. So yeah, they attack. Okay. And they're attacking me. So we will take it. And See what our opponent follows it up with. Preordain. They're struggling to make land drops. They found a red source, so it's not counterspell magic at least. Another preordain. I think we can just have 6. Alright, so then we're hoping that this Stormbreath Dragon doesn't die, basically. Which Unholy Heat kills it. They have a bunch. And they get rid of her own anyway. That's a life. Sad face, sad face. But it's also a sad face is we don't get to attack with our Stormbreath. And we get a draw card. Hopefully it's not just a land. Glorybringer's good. Alright, so that's what we want. Hopefully this will hold down the fort. Because we can take the 2 if we want. If they don't have a kill spell, which, I mean, it's hard to believe. They won't have an Unholy Heat. They almost always have Unholy Heats. Attack, they could hit us for 4, we could kill the Delver Secrets, sure. Are they going to go to combat? They are. So we actually die to a lot of things, don't we? We die to a lightning bolt. If we take 4, do we block the Geist and go to 2 and lose to the lightning bolts? All right. Well, let's hope that they don't have a counterspell. If it is a counterspell, then we misplayed there. But we can't. We just, we can't predict the future, I suppose. And then we got to fetch to get to the lightning bolt. All right. Or sorry, we have to fetch to get a land, which will lead us dead to leave us dead to the lightning bolt. All right, so we can go Domri, fight, and then die. Is that what's happening? I mean, with this, given our land situation, we probably should have just bluffed and taken 4 on the 2. They're now at 1. All right, so we go red, green, Domri, fight, or we can go Glorybringer. We just have to go with the greatest upside here and hope they don't have their last card as in a counter spell. That's good. All right, well, I mean, this might be enough. Our opponent was dead next turn. If they can't find a bolt, an unholy heat, or something. We have 2 blockers, and we have lethal with this questing beast out. Do they find an answer? If they don't, I will be very much amazed that we finally ran our opponent out of answers. Ragavan dashed. Trying to punch through some damage, it looks like. Just have exerted that. And we don't want them to steal both off of the top of our deck. Go to one. One isn't dead. Into combat. In step. Alright, what do we have here? Can we cast Domri and Questing Beast? Domri to lure out the 1, 2, 3 is Domri. One, two, three, four, 5, 7. Alright. What do? We just run out the Questing Beast and hope they don't have it. I think that's probably right. We could have done another Storm Breath. Their last spell, and they skip it up. Alright, so they did not have a ton of counter magic. They did have many ways of finding cards, but they seem to be a more creature heavy build, so that was good for us. Very nice. So used to my opponents having nothing but unholy heats and lightning bolts and counter spells that it's a miracle and amazing that they did not. Alright, Brotherhood's End does hit some things. If we can resolve it. Endurance can snipe their graveyard. Seems like they're a Murktide deck, right? Well, they have to be a Murktide deck. Well, we're going to bring it in. It does give us a sneaky blocker. Storm Breath, perhaps we take out, I don't know. All those cards are good. Maybe one, I hate taking out a Questing Beast. It actually physically pains me. Alright, we'll see if that's good enough. Oh, it's old. So we have the mountain. We have a lot of what we want. Yeah. Wow. Alright. It is what it is. What do we want to see on top? I mean, oh, sorry. I forgot that's not a commercial district. I was going to say, what do we want to see with this commercial district? We want to see an untapped land. What we want to see. Does it flip? Flip, 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 flip. It does not. Looks like. Oh, now we're going to. Let's step them up. Are you looking for lands, perhaps? All right, so we really want an untapped land to get down to stuff. Storm Breath. Not an untapped land. All right, so we're doing with Kiora. Kiora, Domri. Kiora is one of our best cards. Okay. Yeah, I mean, with Utopia's fallout, I think we want it. We're to interact with stuff. Digging for lands. Digging for lands. I mean, at this point, we're going to get this, hopefully get a Domri down because that's our best. Domri makes sure everything's uncounterable. What is the chances they're going to be able to? They must have a handful of counter spells. Whoops. So what do we want the most? It's just highest upside here. Assuming in bait out a counterspell, maybe we sneak into Domri, make things uncounterable from then on out. All right, well, or they just kept a very interesting hand full of action counterspells. Maybe they don't play counterspells. Maybe it's a blue deck that doesn't believe in counterspells. Pretty sure it's all force negation. And they scoop up the match. All right, well, it is what it is. Free zone. I'm slow. Got it. All right, for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all in the next one. This has been another edition of Dragons and Modern. I'm Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. If you haven't already, please be sure to check out my website where you can read about my various commander decks, watch the gameplay from all of my modern brews, and read my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, that I'm publishing serially. And if you like my content, please be sure to click that subscribe button over there on YouTube. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.